No, who can you skip the laning phase? No, because laning phase is really the most important part of the
Prepare
game.
for battle.
If you're going to skip the laning phase,
My friends,
you are
I
basically
wait.
accepting any result that will
In the
happen in the
bag.
laning station, then just play it out in the mid game. You know, something. It's really a bad habit if you want to to just skip the laning stage. Because how can you play in the mid game if you don't know if you're ahead or behind? What if you get behind, you can actually change it. You know, you can actually do something about it. Crusader 1 Drow Ranger. What's your comment about this? How to play against these fast farm hero like Meepo Alchemists? I always have trouble playing against them, and I'm hoping maybe you can teach me something to help
30
me against them.
seconds to battle.
Well, yeah, I kind of agree in here. The enemy's lineup is actually compromised. Why? Because they have Meepo, which is a really fast-paced hero from the mid lane. He can finish the game for like 20 minutes to 25 solo-handedly. But the problem is that they have Spectre, which is countering the Meepo's aggressiveness, and Magnus as well. Magnus and Spectre, not good for Meepo. And while on your lineup actually it's actually good as well. Like you have Undying, you have Warlock, really good supports for AOE like team fights. Pango as well for the disarm and pickoffs, low cooldown ulti as well, and then Slark. Slark loves to have like long drawn out fights. Same thing with the Drow Ranger. So your approach in this game, especially in the mid game, is to make sure that the meeple or someone will not be able to pick you off one by one and snowball from there.
The
If you're going to
battle
fight, you should play
begins.
around the Tombstone, Rolling Thunder, and then Warlock's ulti, and then Fatal Bond. Are you sure you really want to skip the laning stage of this one? Because it is really crucial, Zed. You know that the enemy has Meepo, which is really good for the mid game. So before he can reach to that point, early game is so much important. Because if you can mess up with his Meepo before the mid game, you can delay his timing.
Hands off!
It went Pepega? Oh, that's why we must watch it. What's the bad thing about in here? Like, why your harassment is not actually useful in here? First thing, you messed up with the crypt equilibrium, like blocking. Second thing, you're playing from the low ground. You're playing from the low ground, and then you don't even have. I mean, you have kind of vision in there. Here. At this point, instead of you trying to bot block it or even deny this like one attack, you should go for the frost arrows like immediately. And then after your frost arrow, maybe you could deny the Miller Crypt right there. And here at this point, you should be dragging the wave, like aggroing it right now into you. So in that way, if it's aggroed like this, the Meepo has to play in here as well. And I'm sure you're going to play in here in the high ground, right? Not like this. Because if you play from the low ground, there's a big chance that your attacks will miss. Like this, evaded. Because you're playing from the low ground, and then you're spending like 12 mana, and then 1 second of your time. Keep harassing before the last set. Okay. Now this is better now. This is better positioning from you now. Yep, you can freely harass and deny? No? You need to deny as well. And you will only stop the harassment when it comes to the last hitting. Yeah, you never deny anything in here. I mean, only one. Look at your CS. You got busy with the last hitting or with the harassment. You didn't realize that you're a mid, and then you need the last hits as well. And by the way, once the meeple got clone, you cannot easily harass him anymore. And if you got clone and you're still low on the network or in the CS, he can actually go on you because you're playing from behind. Yeah, last hit, last hit. I think that last hitting. You need to work on your last hitting badly. Look at the CS in here. Like 3-1, Meepo 4-2. How many waves have passed already? So many creeps already. Last hit, deny. Last hit, yep. Last hit. And you're getting low on mana as well. Maybe get some casual Basilius or just Sage Mask, just for you to be able to sustain your mana. Because if you don't, even if you try to harass this guy so much, if you don't have mana, you will not be able to finish the job. Yeah, you got the cologne now, level 4. You got level 4 as well, and then you actually went for the stats.
The seeds of fortune.
I mean, what's your reasoning behind the stats, bro? Some tips online from BSJ? Or maybe Gork? Is that what we're seeing in here? Like those stats?
What just happened?
Um,
Mine.
since you're going to play with a high-pace hero like Meepo, I wouldn't suggest going for stats in this particular matchup. Because you need points in the, you need points in gusts. If you go for Earthbind and then get on top of you, you're going to die if you don't have Gust. Tried it and liked it. But yeah, it's not applicable in every game. If the Meepo realizes that you don't have Gust's point, he can actually dive on you and then you will die. If you want to last it, you can just go for the Frost Arrow because it has bonus damage. 10, 15, 20. Say, kind of similar with the, what do you call this? With the clinks as well. Additional 2 damage for your stats. I don't think it's actually gonna help you when it comes to the last hitting. If you want to get more last hitting, Zed, try this item, Killing Blade. This one will give you like plus 6 damage immediately to the creeps, non-hero units. Plus 6 already. Because if you're going for stats, you need like 3 points in there in order to get the plus 6 on your damage, agility wise, you know. This is actually one of the reasons why the most of the ranged heroes right now are going for the Killing Blade, just to have like easier time of last hitting. So just farm, yeah. Level 6, CS wise, you are falling behind this Meepo because he got the clone as well. And by the way, when it comes to clearing the camps or creeps, having more levels on Frost Arrows and also the multi-shot is really better. But the problem is the mana sustain only. That's why I'm asking you to go for some casual Basilius or Sage Mask. And I cannot actually believe that the Meepo is not killing you. He didn't even go for just 1 point in Earthbind. Because if he did, I am assuring you, you're dead. Gloves. Maybe go for Elven Skin, but yeah, it doesn't matter. You're getting your power trees anyway, so. Last hit, yeah, clear the wave and then go back to the jungle, perhaps?
Denied.
Yeah, you cannot kill him anymore. That's for sure. Yep, last hit, and then go back to lane, yep. Agent Prophet is actually playing in here now.
Dire's top tower.
Meepo is jungling now.
I won't forget this.
Farm again, okay. Just keep on farming then. By the way, you really need Killing Blade, yeah. I almost forgot that they have like Nature's Prophet. If they have Nature's Prophet, you'll be trapped for the most part. And by the way, you actually have Tango in there. I think you will survive if you just eat the tango. Eat the tree and then move out. Yeah. You're actually trying to contest. You have vision in here. Eat the tango and then get out. Just keep running while you're going to try to fight. Strength hero? Strength treads? If you strength the treads, you could actually kill the Nature's Prophet before you die. But yeah. Tango, you have tango. Nanto ka na, sorry na.
Middle tower is under attack.
Tagal pa eh, mamaya.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gisingin na lang kita. Finally, you have the silence. But the enemy is not going to kill you anymore, right? The enemy is not going to kill you anymore because he is just going to farm. The stats that you have, like 2 stats, it didn't help, right? It didn't help.
I'll take your tribute.
Brownie!
Killing Blade is the one that will help you from there. Double damage. Look at the CS. Or look at the net worth in here. 3.5. You even died as well once. But to me, if there's a good Meepo player, I think you will die more often than this. Not just once. Even without the help of Nature's Prophet, you will die. Even just with level 4, level 5, I think you're dead. We just clone. If the Meepo is really good. Good thing is he's not a booster or a smurf. Because your positioning is really bad. And you don't have gust. They smoke. I think he got blink, maybe? Just casually walking. Just farm, yeah. Keep farming. Defend, yeah. Meepo is still in there. If you're not careful, they can... Maybe try to use the frost arrow first? Frost arrows in the lane? Attack first! Why are you so afraid? Yeah, your guy is in here. What? Misusage. Instead of casting it in here, you casted it to the minimap. That's why it went to the other side. Your frost arrows. It does happen though. It's mechanical failure. You need to learn, or you need to adjust it. At least. You need to adjust your casting. Casting is bad. I mean, it's only frost arrows. How hard is it to land?
I'll take that.
You have the dragon lance now. If you go for Yasha, I don't think you will survive. I think you should go for Hurricane Pike first. Because if you have like Hurricane Pike or Force Staff, you will be able to save yourself from the danger. And just to remind you, they have a Spectre as well as their carry. Okay? Don't forget it. Spectre carry. It's good in so many ways because you can get out of the sandstorm of the Sand King, or you can even dodge the Burrow Strike with the Force Staff. Get out of the trees. Get out of the net from the Meepo. RP as well. Like if you get skewered, you can just Force Staff away. It's really high value. But if you're going to play Yasha, I hope that you're just going to farm with this. If you try to fight while farming your Yasha, I think you will die like numerous times. Like right here. They can actually go for skewer play right now and then kill you. I don't know why they're not doing it. They even have like Haunt as well in there. Yeah, keep farming, AFK farm. This is the problem if you're going for Yasha. It's really AFK farm. If you go for Pike or Force Staff, maybe you can be the aggressor. Because you can always reposition yourself. But yeah, you're just going to farm, contest with Slark and Panga. While the enemy is getting ahead. Space-wise, of course. I hope you will take the bottom tower or defending. It's kind of late though. Yeah, people are giving up already.
Dire's top tower
Maybe Roshan now? They're still not going for Roshan. You guys are really weak. Yasha. Dragonlance Yasha. And just AFK farm. Still blocked. Nature's Prophets, bottom, Magnus, Meeple. Yeah, it's just so hard. Maybe play around with the Pangle here.
Bottom tower is taking many wounds. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
You scouted his item, that's nice. Are you going to play bottom? Nah. See it right here? See what happened? Right? You have Yasha, Dragonlance, and then Yasha. Even if you have those items after you silence them, you cannot get into safety. Because you cannot reposition yourself. You still have Yasha, which gives you like agility and then movement speed, but the fact remains that you cannot reposition yourself. And you're still dead. Whenever they can get on top of you, you're still gonna die. That's how bad this Yasha is at this point of the game. You should go for Force Staff or Hurricane Pike in this game. AFK farm, yeah. Farm. And your team is kind of giving up, but I feel like they're still playing the game. Yeah, you keep dying. The only thing that you can use in here is the silence, and then that's it. Now, that's nice. You're going for the Force Staff now. Force Staff now, okay.
I'll take your tribute.
You never saw me, alright?
Once you have Force Staff, the only way for you to die is they will use the stun first, like RP or Burrow Strike from the Sand King.
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Farm. Yeah. Maybe try not to buy the recipe. Go for the Force Staff recipe first. They're playing from the low ground. Yep, that's nice.
fortified, just like Axe.
That's actually the condition that you need in this game. Like you need to be able to use your attacks. You need to be aware of a lot of things in here because all of their heroes can easily get on top of you and then you can die. So you need to have like really good positioning in here. Like this, you're just playing the cleanup, you know? They're initiating to the other target and then you are just cleaning up. This is the best positioning so far from you. But Manta style? Nah, I'm not going for Manta style. Why you're going for Manta style? Sit here. Alright, only two of you. 2 versus 2. And Meepo bought back. Okay. They're trying to finish the job in here. And then Meepo came back in here. Silence and then panic. You can actually go for Pike and then attack. But yeah, it's too late now. You panicked. You didn't even try to contest it. You could actually use this multi-shot like much earlier. So in that way you will have the vision on the inside the rush pit. And Manta style, one of the reasons why I don't want the Manta style in here is that they can easily clear your illusions. And there's no great spells or items that you must dispel. Ethereal Blade, yeah, surely you can dispel it or disjoint it from Meeple. What else? Caustic Finale, slow from the Shockwave, and then the Skewer. That's it. That's the only good thing about the Manta style in here. But if you go for Sanjin Yasha, you will have NP Silence.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's too early for you to. It's too early for you to be afraid of the Nature's Prophet Silence because it's still 27 minutes into the game, and then. And another thing, even if the Nature's Prophet silence you, it doesn't make much of a difference because you can always go for Gusts or Hurricane Pike. So if you go for the for Sanjin Yasha, you will be tanky, and you will have his status resistance. This one doesn't offer a lot. You can just use the Manta style and then push out the lane, but that's it. The enemy can still clear it, and then you actually kind of AFK in here.
I'll take your tribute.
Maybe having some discussion with your teammates.
Under attack. Dyer's middle tower was
But yeah, I'm not a fan of Manta style at this point. Not really good.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Map controlled by the enemy. AFKing now. Yeah, BKB. Alright. You're actually close with BKB. Like, I think if you manage to get Sanjin Yasha and then go for BKB, I think it's enough time. So the Nature's Prophet silence is not gonna be a problem at all. And I don't know what happened in here, Zed, but it feels like you were kind of AFK. And they found the Razor, but it's fine. You have the distance. You didn't even silence. You have so many times to silence this guy. I don't know why you didn't do it. And then Hurricane Spike right now. You let the Nature's Prophet survive. I don't know why. You're so afraid of this Nature's Prophet because of the Orchid, but you didn't even kill him. Yeah. It's fine. Keep going. Push, push, push. There's only, they don't have Haunt. Since they don't have Haunt, they only have Nature's Prophet and then Sand King. I don't think it's actually enough to kill you. Sand King doesn't have ulti as well. I think you should push the lane instead. I think you should go for Orb of Destruction over Elven's Tunic. You can give the Elven's Tunic to the Pango or to the Slark, because they're the one that is actually going to be in the front, and therefore they will take advantage of the evasion talent or evasion attribute of this one. You almost died in there. You didn't even try to use Hurricane Pike or Manta style in there. But yeah, that's your actual condition in here. Just play from behind and then make sure that they will not be able to kill you first, and dish out the damage, because your marksmanship will pierce through magic immunity.
The red mist spreads and Radiant's middle tower.
You sure you want to go for Silver Edge in this game? Only against Spectre, right? Because that's the only hero that has a really great passive in this game. To me, silence. Hurricane Pike? Gust. I don't know why you're letting him survive. You're letting him escape. I'm not going for Silver Edge as well in this game. Because it's only gonna be a solution to the Spectre. But in this game, Spectre is actually not the problem in here. So I would rather go for different item choice. Maybe go for Aghanims, just to have more wave clear, because they have Meepo and the Nature's Prophet and then the Crypts as well. Aside from Aghanims, I will go for Skadi. More attributes, more agi, more marksmanship damage. Or this item, Butterfly, because Meepo can never buy a fucking MKB. Butterfly is always good. The only counter is that Bloodthorn or MKB. But they're not going for that. They're not going through that. Yeah? So those items are really good. Alternative. Silver Edge, not good. So I'm not going for Silver Edge in here.
Another try.
And trap again in the base. Initiation. That's actually nice. Magnus is dead. Nice BKB, but you need to clear some distance in here. And by the way, why do you always use the Hurricane Pike to yourself? If you use it to your enemy, it will really push him out as well. Let's see it here one more time. I was scared of Magnus RP. Yeah, that's the only thing that you should be worried about. Magnus and then Sand Kings. But here, they showed up. They really need to use your Manta style early on. And they really need to use your BKB early on. Do you get my point, bro? This is like panic to me. Panic Manta style, panic BKB. The Spectre is physical damage. Physical. They can use the diffusal too. That's it. BKB is magic immunity, so you need to wait for their magic damage before you use your BKB. But at this point of the game, they rely so much on physical damage, right?
I know I should respect the dead, but first you have to earn it. Like that's
You tend to panic when it comes to spells and items. Maple Dead, only Sand King. I think you should take tier 2 as well. Doesn't using Manta Cell early means more damage? Like, we can see it here one more time if you want to see it. The question is, what is the target of your Manta Style illusion? Look at the target of your Manta Style. They're actually hitting the Spectre. Point blank. So they're not actually dealing damage. Because your main source of damage is marksmanship. Look at here, there's no damage. Your Manta Style illusions in there are just randomly attacking someone. So it's not dealing any damage. You can deal damage with the Manta Style, yes, but you need to use it first. Look at your Manta Style. Do you see this? They're attacking the creep wave in here. The Nature's Prophet's Trent. So technically it's not dealing any damage right there. And you don't have anything to dispel. You know? The idea is nice to deal more damage. That's right. But you're not microwaving it. You're not using it, so. You should go higher. In that way, it will not miss when it comes to your attacks. So the rack has been taken. Play together as a team, yeah. Take the outpost. It's nice. And you can actually send the illusion to clear the bottom wave and then farm the jungle. Yeah, you can kill this Magnus. No stun. Slark died. Farm. You guys are still not that strong. Maybe you should farm the bottom lane. That's the only time that you could win the team fight. If they will initiate on the other target, and then you will be able to attack them. There's only Sand King and then Magnus that can go on top of you, and also the Spectre. You just need to be wary about those two, or those three. If they failed, you will just kill them. And yeah, you should go for a smoke or aggressiveness, since you guys are back as 5. And your spells are actually good if you can just get vision over them. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are trapping yourself in the base. You have BKB as well. Just play with vision at least. Why you guys are so afraid? Yeah, you guys are trapped in the map or in the base right now. Call for a smoke and then get out. Stay high ground? Nah. I don't think it's actually wise for you guys to stay in the high ground. I mean, it's fine for defensive purposes, but if you just keep waiting for the enemy, possibly the next Roshan will be theirs. If you are just waiting for the enemy to commit mistakes, possibly you're not going to win. Possibly. Because you're just relying on the enemy's mistakes. You are not forcing them to commit mistakes by playing aggressive. And again, bro, I don't know why you're messing up with the gusts. I don't understand it. Like, gusts right now. You keep messing up with the gusts. I don't know why you're doing it, or... This is actually much worse because you are playing in the low ground. No vision. Okay, shard is working. Nice. I'm actually surprised that they really want to go for the Slark instead of Drow Ranger.
Double damage.
Because the damage of Slark is not gonna be that high at the start of the fight. Because the Slark is building stacks. And the longer the fight, the better for Slark. But when it comes to the Drow, the damage is gonna be the same as long as she can attack with the marksmanship. Yeah, GG. Do you have any question to me though? Is there anything that we miss in here? Itemization wise, like positioning wise, skill wise. It's actually the enemy's problem in here. Like, they don't know how to play around your Drow Ranger. What could I have done earlier? Maybe don't go for stats earlier. It's really case to case basis, Zed. I'm telling you. If you saw the pros do it, ask yourself why did they do it in the first place. You cannot easily slow down the meeple. Trust me. The moment you get level 4, you cannot stop him. Even if you harass the guy so much, since you don't have marksmanship, it's not gonna be easy for you to deal damage. You might even die. I think the result of the laning stage is actually okay. It's actually okay, but you need to be more careful regarding your positioning. Because if the meeple is really good at level 4, he can just kill you over and over again. With just 2 clones, he can easily kill you. And especially you don't have the what you call this? The gusts leveled up. It's actually crucial. If the enemy has a kill potential on you, you need to save a point on gusts. Okay? That spell can really save you from early death. When it comes to the skill set of Drow, everything is actually good. Like scaling ability. Yeah, this one, bonus damage and then movement speed, but still duration. Still the same duration. This one is really good. Duration, cooldown, and then yeah, knockback as well. Yeah. Cooldown, damage, mana. It's really good. So yeah, I think it's a misread of the situation, since you got you saw the pro did it like stats. But yeah, don't just copy the pros, okay? Don't just copy it, because what applies to their game might not apply to you, to your game. It's a case to case basis after all. So yeah, any questions though? Seems good. Alright. Thank you for your time as well, Zed. And yeah, try to apply those things first. Positioning, skill build, itemization, knowing the kill threat on you. And knowing what are the things that you can do as well. Like, what can you do to get an impact as early as you can. In that game, I think you're just a liability for, like, 17 or 20 minutes. You're just a liability because you cannot really do anything about your team. You know, you're not creating space for your team. The team is actually defending you if you're dying. So yeah. All right, I'm going to put a check mark on your request now. Zed, and let me know if it's helpful or not.